Yo, what's good people, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm going to quickly introduce myself and tell you what I'm going to be getting up to on this channel. If some of you guys who are currently subscribed are already aware, I've been inactive for a while, and the reason for that is because I was running another channel called Tux the Doberman. To cut a long story short, I had a Doberman dog and I used to do a lot of traveling with him, a lot of vlogs, a few tutorials here and there, but sadly I had to rehome him. If you guys are interested or want to know why, then go and check out his channel and watch the videos of where I've explained that. Anyways, my point is, well, my journey with Tux basically inspired me to do travel vlogs and do adventures and, you know, keep up to date with what I'm doing and share it with you guys, because I like telling stories, I like sharing what I'm getting up to, and I was inspired. So originally I'm from Manchester. My name's Cameron, for those of you who are new to this channel, but I'm basically planning to start doing travel vlogs and adventures and the things that I get up to when I'm traveling, whether it's in the UK or it's obviously traveling abroad. Now I'm currently unvaccinated, so there's only a certain amount of countries that I'm allowed to travel to, but obviously hopefully in the next coming couple of years or next couple of months things are going to change again, and I'm planning to start traveling overseas. So I'm going to start doing my vlogs. I've got all my equipment, I've got everything ready, and I'm ready to get going. But on today's video, I'm just going to basically tell you guys the type of equipment that you might want to use when you're doing vlogs, whether it's outdoor or indoors, and the type of clothing you might need. So let's get straight into it. So for me personally, I'm not spending stacks and stacks of money on an equipment. Of course, I've got a decent camera, I've got myself a drone recently, but I've not started going all out with the hiking gear. You know, I've got a backpack that I use anyway for my laptop and stuff, but it's sturdy. I got it from eBay or Amazon, I can't remember which one, but I'll put a link in the description down below. So, a few things you're gonna need. Let's break it down into two sections: your equipment and also your clothing. Now I'm just going to assume that I'm talking to people that are going to be doing travel vlogs that are going outside. So let's start off with your equipment. First of all, you need to take into consideration the weather. What's the weather going to be like? You have to make a good plan. So look ahead, the days that you're going to be traveling or the days that you're going to go out, think about checking what the weather forecast is going to be like, the location you're going to go to, what's the area like, is there anything specifically you might need to bear in mind? Is there a certain backpack you're going to need? Is there a certain type of clothing you might, oh sorry, I'm getting carried away here. Yeah, you have to plan ahead basically. Like look at the weather, look at the travel routes, look if there's any diversions or anything, if it's closed off or if it's closed off to the tourists and the public. So plan ahead. Your equipment, obviously you need a camera. Now you don't need to go all out and get a DSLR or a mirrorless or, you know, like a compact camera. You don't need anything like that. You don't need no fancy gears. Your iPhone or your Samsung, your phone is perfectly capable of capturing good footage. You just need to get the right lighting and you need a good camera. But anyway, personally I'm using the Lumix G90. I think it's the G90, but yeah, it's perfectly doing the job okay for me. So that's the camera I'm using. It's a mirrorless camera. It's got a flip screen so I can see myself when I'm doing vlogs. It's strong and it's built well. Yeah, the second thing is you need a good mic, because obviously if you're doing vlogging and you're going to be speaking, then you need a good mic setup. So I've got like one of them little fluffy little mics what I can stick on the top of the camera, so when I'm out and about I can just use that. Or if I'm wanting to use wireless microphones, which I've got on now whilst I'm sat down, then I've got this on. All of these little equipments that I'm using anyway, I'll put in the description down below. So if you guys want to find it easier, just go and click on the links down below. Obviously you got your mic, you got your camera. If you're doing anything outdoor in the evenings or with poor lighting conditions, if you're going to be taking pictures, then get yourself a good flash, an external flash. And if you're going to be doing any video recording, then get a good LED camera, LED light that you can stick on or mount on top of your camera. As well as that, you're going to need a tripod. Of course you're going to need a tripod for either capturing still footage or for obviously holding, because if you're going to hold the camera on its own, it's a little bit awkward or it's a little bit difficult. But if you're using your phone, you can use one of them stick things. But obviously for my purposes, with using my camera, my mirrorless camera, it was a little bit more difficult because the camera was a little bit heavy for the stick. I've got one, but it was heavy, so I prefer using my tripod personally anyway. What else would you need? You got your camera, you got your microphone, you got your lighting. They're the main sort of equipment. Oh sorry, your backpack, things to put your equipment in. You need a good backpack. Well, I guess you can put that under clothing or equipment. Anyway, yeah, so I forgot to mention to my guys, do you know, for my camera I've got one of these clip things where you attach it to your straps on your bag or your belt buckle. Just bear in mind, if you're going to put it on your belt, which I did and I learned the hard way, I put it this way first. So it was on my belt buckle this way with the release hatch here at the top. You need to be careful because when you're crouching down or bending over, and if your stomach or waistline accidentally presses this, the camera might slide out and drop, which mine did, and now my DSLR has a little scratch on it, so just bear that in mind. They're the main bits of equipment you're going to need to start off. When you want to start capturing good footage to make it look cinematic, then I'd recommend getting yourself a decent drone. Personally, I've got myself a drone recently. Like, look at the footage here. I've captured some footage when I was in Manchester, this area called Matley Lane, which is not far from where I live. And I've also captured some footage from in East London in an area called Fairlops Water. I'll show you a couple of clips here and you can see what you think yourself. But it just makes the videos and your vlogs look a lot more cinematic. When it comes to vlogs, I would highly recommend getting yourself a decent drone. You get what you pay for. At first I bought a cheap drone off Wish. It was only £30–40, but it was absolutely terrible. The footage was ridiculous. I couldn't even fly the drone properly. It couldn't handle the wind. The camera quality was just shocking. I couldn't even see where I was going properly. And now I've obviously got myself a decent drone. I got it from Curry's. It's a DJI Mavic 2 and it's just perfect for me now, to be honest. And it's easier to fly and it's sturdy in the, I think, up to 20 miles per hour wind. But yeah, it's doing a good job for me. It's got the follow me function, etc. So yeah, that's my equipment that I'm personally using. In regards to clothing, if you're going outside like hiking and things like that, or doing anything where it's a bit more cold, etc., I'd recommend getting some good gear. Get yourself a good coat, wear some thermals underneath your clothes. Like, at the moment I've not got any hiking pants or hiking boots. I've been using my Wellington boots, but it does me the job. I don't really care because it's a little bit high up. I don't mind walking through puddles and, you know, muddy areas. But if you're going to be going hiking and places where it's a bit more rocky, I would genuinely recommend getting yourself some decent hiking boots, because you need a bit more grip when you're walking around. I'm gonna order some personally. I'll share the link in the description down below on the ones I'm gonna get. So if you want to get them, feel free to check them out. But yeah, so get yourself some good hiking boots or some Wellington boots, or a decent pair of trainers if it's for dry conditions when you're going out. Some good thermals to wear underneath, and my good coat. And personally, I'm just wearing a cheap coat from Primark, but it keeps me warm when I'm outside in the cold. So it's doing me the job. But yeah, slowly I'm going to invest into better equipment and stuff. And obviously if you're going out in good weather conditions and dry, then you don't really need to worry about all that. You can just go out in your t-shirt and shorts. So yeah, that's the main stuff I'm going to be using. I've shared with you guys my equipment and my clothing, but from now on it's going to get a little bit more interesting. I'm going to take vlogs of where I'm going, what I'm doing, food and charity work, and loads of other things I'll get up to. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, leave a thumbs up, and until next time guys, peace out.